Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at the Dinka Kanjo, retailing for a price of $435,000, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, and it's a compact, okay. Well, not very impressive, to be quite frank with you, not really taken with the compacts, but we'll take it out and see how it handles. Okay, well, straight off the bat, ladies and gentlemen, getting up that hill, as you saw, the acceleration really was severely lacking. We'll try out the handling now, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, straight into the sodding barrier. Again, I'm afraid we're going to have rather a lot of that on this particular run, you know, and there we go, yes, hitting another wall. And so I'm going to cut out all of the accidents, the many accidents that I have on this run, ladies and gentlemen, in order to keep the run time as low as possible, don't you know. Okay, so what can we ascertain, ladies and gentlemen, from this absolutely shockingly appalling run? Well, we can ascertain that my driving is absolutely abysmal, and I can try to put at least some of the blame onto the wet streets and the shocking handling of the car. As you can see, trying to get the back end to kick out there, ladies and gentlemen, and it really wasn't difficult to get it going. Okay then, so what do we think of the Dinka Kanjo, was it? Yeah, I believe so. Straight out of the box, ladies and gentlemen, not impressed, you know, not impressed whatsoever. Like I say, acceleration very poor, ladies and gentlemen, handling absolutely atrocious, and top end speed lacking, ladies and gentlemen, lacking. Okay, well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the unmodified version, so we're going to take it on into the custom auto shop now, and we'll go and have the vehicle modified and see how she performs after. Okay, here we go. And like I say, listen, it's worth pointing out, I suppose, this is a very cheap vehicle, you know. $435,000 in GTA's money really is not a lot nowadays, you know. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, by the wheels there, what I've been able to ascertain, and what you should be able to ascertain yourselves, is apparently this is a drift car. Okay, so that sort of explains the absolutely atrocious handling there, ladies and gentlemen. It is somewhat by design, you know. Okay then. Well, it does seem that Rockstar seem to be really treating us rather shoddily now, don't they, with this DLC, you know. We seem to be getting rather a lot of unimpressive cars, in my opinion, you know. We are sort of waiting on those F1 cars, and doubtless Rockstar think that's going to make up for it, but in my book, certainly not, you know. For God's sake, Rockstar, can you give us some decent cars for a change? We don't want these drift cars, these four-door cars, these underperforming cars. We want sports cars and supercars. Goodness sake, Rockstar. Anyway, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the word libraries, I am absolutely appalled to admit, ladies and gentlemen, I neglected to record them on this video. Can only apologize for that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We have modified the vehicle across the board in terms of aesthetics and performance, and we're going to take it out onto the street. Okay, so sort of sliding around the top there, what do we think? Well, acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, you can see even on the level there, yes, not really too good now, is it? Let's be quite frank about these things. Top speed, well, this is where we sort of expect to start seeing it sort of kicking in, and yeah, I mean, it's going, but it's not massively fast, and handling, ladies and gentlemen, as I say, drift car, absolutely atrocious, you know, unless you like that kind of thing, you know. But there we go. Okay, so we're going to bring it on down this straight now, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have another look at that top speed and see if we can get the back end to kick out, see sort of how stable it is at speed, and whoops, this is okay, as you can see, yes, not stable whatsoever. Yes, really doesn't want to, that back end really doesn't want to come away on you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the modified version. What do we think? Raspberries, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we think. Not impressed whatsoever. You know, there are a number of drift cars on this game, and almost all of them, I would say, are preferential to this particular vehicle. The only thing I could really say going for this vehicle, you know, is the price. You know, it is really rather very cheap. Okay, well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it on to the top speed test track and see how she handles. Now, it is sort of worth pointing out, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, this is a drift car, and so it is not really built for top speed, you know. So in a way, this is a sort of an unfair test, and so in order to rectify that, we're not going to be putting up against sports cars, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be putting up against or supercars. We're going to be putting up against other compacts, and here we go. Right, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I only really don't have that many, so it'll be primarily the Is's. Okay, well, we've got down the straight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look what sort of time we get then, shall we? And Okay, 1 minute 2 seconds. I mean, broadly the same as the Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. How about that keeps up with the Morgan, for God's sake? Okay, well, here we go. Listen, this is the standard Queenie Issy, ladies and gentlemen. Centered down the straight, crossing the line. This is not the classic or the sport, just the standard Queenie Issy. And it gets down there in 1 minute 11 seconds. Okay, then, well, this is the Queenie Issy classic, ladies and gentlemen. Another compact, as is the Queenie Issy. And we're going to send this on down the straight and see what sort of time we get compared to the Kanjo there with 1 minute 2 and another 1 minute 11, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and put it up against a sports car now, ladies and gentlemen, but a compact sports car. So, you know, this is the Queenie Issy Sports. We're sending it on down the straight there, and what sort of time we get? Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so it comes in at 1 minute, or just under the Kanjo there. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So that is the Dinka Blister Kanjo. What do we think of it? Like I say, ladies and gentlemen, not really impressed with the vehicle. You know, there are many drift cars on this game, you know, that Rockstar have been releasing, and they are all, in my opinion, much more preferential to this. The only reason I can see to buy this car is if one is attempting to complete a Dinka collection, or if you're really obsessed with drifting. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching.